morning, everyone. Welcome to Unity of Boulder. I hope you enjoyed our band rocking out a little bit this morning. They started practicing that song about 7 or 8 minutes ago. And keep in mind, they've been playing it for at least 3 or 4 minutes. So that's how much time they actually. That's how talented they are. So nice job. Thank you. Welcome everyone to Unity of Boulder. Thanks for joining us here in-house and joining us online. We love spending time with you every week. I have a few announcements of upcoming events here at Unity of Boulder. Our Thanksgiving meal is coming up. That's going to be the 27th of this month right here in Fellowship Hall. Everyone is invited. It's at noon. It's a potluck. Bring a dish to share or come, even if you don't have a dish, invite neighbors, friends. Doesn't just have to be our congregation. This is open to the entire community. We are still needing a few extra hands to help set up, tear down, all that kind of biz. And there is still a list in the lobby of food items that we'd love if anyone would like to donate for this meal. And you can go and cross off an item on the list and put your name next to it. Let's see. Oh, we have our choir is already up. Our Christmas choir is already up and running. We're still absolutely welcoming people to join it. All you have to do is show up today. Our rehearsals right now are on Sunday afternoons at 1 p.m. All you have to do is walk into this room today at 1 p.m. and Norma will put you in the choir and get you going. It is so much fun, and you get to hang out and goof around with everyone else here who goes to Unity who's in that choir. So definitely come check that out. We are currently running a local food drive with Harvest of Hope, which is just down the road here. We're taking all non-perishable food items. We've got a bin out we've got a big barrel out in the lobby. Just bring in a few cans of something each week. They will take as much as we can give them. So keep it coming. We've already had a few barrels head their direction, which is so awesome. Definitely check that out. And this Friday, we are having our monthly Sound Circle experience led by Rebecca Abraxas, who you know as one of our special musicians here. She does it down in the meditation room downstairs. It's $35. You have to pre-register for it. You can do that on our website, but definitely check that out. That's this Friday at 6:30. And now I would like to welcome out our board member, Elaine McCarthy. You out there, Elaine? Come on out here, and she is going to read today's daily word. Thank you, Elaine.
Good morning, everyone. Today, November 16th, 2025, today's daily word is healing. Taking good care of myself supports my healing. Sometimes it's hard to say no to friends, family, work, church, or volunteer organizations I care about and want to serve. But when I am overextended and depleted, I don't do my best, and I may put my emotional, physical, or mental health at risk. Taking on too much and saying yes to every request may be a sign that there is something deeper within me that is out of alignment and in need of healing. Perhaps I am feeling fear of judgment or a reluctance to disappoint someone. I heal when I slow down, pray, and welcome God's grace. I treat myself gently and make time for relaxation a priority. Secure in divine love, I know when to say yes, or for my well-being, to kindly but confidently say no, not at this time. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and do not forget all his benefits, who forgives all your iniquity and heals all your diseases. Psalm 103, 2 and 3.
And will you join me for the affirmation for Unity of Boulder? And it's on the slides. I believe Unity of Boulder is a radiating center of the Christ light within us. Mighty attracts good, and to radiate good to others. And this is the point in the service where we are going to go into prayer. It's a call for prayer. And if you have anybody in your life that's facing a challenge in their life, or even if you're facing a challenge, you can write just the first name down on a piece of paper that's available to you in the pew in front of you. And Lisa Temple will collect those and they'll go into our prayer box. You don't have to say what the issue is because the universe knows the issue before we even ask. We're really writing it down to align with this greater potential, this greater possibility of healing that comes from within ourselves in that Christ consciousness, and bring it out and lead it out to others that might be having a challenge in seeing them whole and healthy and well. But we like to sing this song to just leave the world outside of these doors and get into the presence of this holy space and allow this next hour or so to connect with our connection with our heart and our being. And Norma, my mom, will join me. You can sing with us. You are the air I breathe. You are the air I breathe. Your holy presence living in me. And I'm grateful for you. And I'm grateful for you. So grateful for you. All right, we're going to invite the entertainment club up to sing, and you're welcome to sit in the glow of this song and just let it take hold of you, or you're welcome to sing with us as well. When you can't find your direction,
Let God, let go, let God, let go. Let God.
Is that not one of the most beautiful songs ever written? Olivia Newton-John wrote that song. And you can find it on YouTube, so you can keep listening to it. It's very special, very powerful work.
Now I'd like to welcome to our stage today's very special musical guest. He is a homegrown right here at Unity of Boulder. He has been through our Sunday school, our Uniteens, our YOU programs. Now he joins our open source young adults group on the Sundays that meets. This here is Strider Jones. He's been in our Christmas shows, our Easter shows, and now that he's here, this is his first time as our Sunday special music. He's sharing his own music that he has written, produced every part of it himself. Strider Jones.
I see the curtain unveiled. There's infinite love in this world. I wish I could hold you again. Everything is perfect in the ending. Would you like to see me shine? Right. I'm everything you could want. So just let me know. Open your mind, say them with your words and your pure love, girl. You are special. You are one in a million. Would you like to see me shine? Right. I'm everything you could want. So just let me in your life. Would you like to see the stars held inside my arms? Would you like to see the clouds shifting in? I'm not crazy, I swear I'm not crazy. Everything is love. 'Cause when I saw you, I saw something new. And everything is love. Your voice had made an imprint. Your soul had touched me deep. And I got chills and you got shivers. Everything was love. Would you like to see me shine? Right. I'm everything you could want. So just let me in your life. Would you like to see the stars held inside my arms? Would you like to see the clouds shifting into ooh, ah, 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 ooh, ah, 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 ooh, ah, 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 ooh, ah, ah, ah.
I got chills. I was watching from behind. Man, it was fun to watch you sing and move your body. And oh, man. as Mike said, he grew up in unity. He even grew up in the office with Sierra working with me. So he and his brother and my 2 younger kids would just tear up this building, and they had a blast in this place. And they're all talented. They all are singers. They're all movers. They're just, the unity work the unity play, I'd say, took hold in their hearts, and they're beautiful human beings, and it's just really wonderful what this practice can do for you when it takes hold of your heart and you live from this expanded awareness that you are divine in nature and that you can become anything that you can see yourself as and access those divine powers to bring them forward to create a beautiful and powerful life. So how is everybody doing? Good? Are we feeling the holiday season coming upon us? It's when you work in a church, it's like you think of December and it's like, oh, that's the month. You know, that's the really November, December is really we're running and we're getting music together and working out shows and all of the end of year tithing and the ways we get fundraising happening and all that good stuff. But also at the holidays can bring in people's lives is memories of cherished loved ones that have crossed over. The holidays start to bring up the people that we enjoyed the holidays with, like grandparents or parents or children we've lost. That there's something about this there's a sparkle in the air that you want to share it with the innermost loved beings in our lives. And my husband, Mike, lost his mom 2 years ago this Tuesday, so I can feel that cloud a little bit in our world right now because she loved Christmas. And they were Jewish, so she did Hanukkah, she did Christmas. I mean, it was just gift-giving beyond and thoughtful gift-giving. A person that took you in and really wanted to get what you actually really needed. You know, there's those people that really are good at gift-giving. I'm not great at it, I have to be honest. I kind of throw it all together, and I want to become more conscious with that. But yeah, she made Christmas for us, and it was so magical. She loved our shows. She loved coming to all of it. So it's a big void, you know. And we were sitting talking about her last night in tears and remembering her. And I don't know if you've ever had that experience when you're talking about a crossed over loved one, and there's this autumn hue that will come into a room. I don't know if you've ever had that, but it's a color that actually arrives, and it's kind of a sign that they're with you, that they're in this cherished moment of your memories. And I discovered that autumn color because I've been at the bedside of people that have crossed over for very many times. And I know it's close when that color appears. And it's almost like it's like the veil. You're seeing the veil coming in, and it feels like it's embodied with many voices and beings and a sense of that ethereal realm that you just watch Strider tap into. You know, the creative realm is where we really access it in our divine mind, when we can bring it through, channeled through the divine energy. But I think that the one thing we're missing the most about his mom is that she had such positive affirmations towards him and me. She believed that we were greater than anything and set apart in a way. And to have somebody that cherishes you like that and talks to you like that, it leaves a really big void in your life when somebody can get so out of themselves and see you so divinely, so connected. And it's a reminder that if we can approach our lives to be more of that, taking that time to meet people and see people and listen to people. That's all we're really here to do. And then we will also be seen and heard and held, right? So I came across a video recently of a little girl, maybe 4 years old, who's become something of a sensation online for her wisdom about life. And I follow her because it's just cute. She's this chunky little cute thing that just has all these insights that she shares. And she speaks with this quiet certainty as though she already understands what it takes most of us decades to learn. In one video, she talks about taking a deep breath when you're angry, giving yourself space before you respond. So your words come from kindness instead of reaction. Those were the words she did. And she says it like she's not reading anything. She just comes out of her. It's this little divine little monk, you know. And I mean, to be honest, I think that she's probably a little bit of a puppet for the parents that are probably in a very spiritual, awakened space, and they saw that they have an incredibly intelligent daughter. So this is a fun way to, you know, kind of spread out there. So there's probably a little coaching, a touch of coaching and a touch of training, but it brings you happiness. It's really cool. So, but what really stayed with me was something she said, because she was getting interviewed by somebody on a news station about, you know, this intellectual level of knowing. And the news anchor asked Tara, "Why do you think so many people follow you online?" And this is what she said. "My mother told me when I was born, she looked into my eyes, and she says she knew I was just going to do something amazing in this lifetime. She said she could see something supernatural and special about me that sets me apart from everybody." And you could tell by the way she said it, she believed it. She believed it so deeply that it radiates from her. There was no arrogance in her tone, just certainty. Just certainty. She has grown up believing that she has a purpose, that she carries something special to share with this world, and because she believes it, she lives it. And this talk is about belief, you know. Really, it's a talk about belief and faith, but the idea, if we really believed that we were something supernatural, something special, because our moms looked in our eyes and saw that in us. What mom is in here that didn't see that in their kids? Every one of my kids, when I looked in their eyes, I knew they were super special. But did we articulate it to them the way that mother has? That this little girl could share that wording. That wording is in her essence, in her body, in her subconscious, in her conscious. Can you imagine how far we would go if we really believed that we were something unbelievable, powerful? You know, healers and shamans and all of the big, beautiful spiritual things that we can be, because you know what? We are. But most of us walk around not really speaking that way to ourselves. A lot of us are actually bullying ourselves more, to do more, to be more, to take on more that we don't want to do, to make more money. Like we just have this driving force to drive ourselves. And so often are missing the point of the beauty of this life. That if we really knew we were powerful, and we knew that we could transform and transmute any obstacle in our life, we would function from a place of this higher state of consciousness where we see a life that we want, and we hold to that sight that we believe we deserve it. We believe that we can heal something. We believe we can bring love back into a relationship. We believe that we can bring prosperity into our bank accounts, right? But most of the time, we'll notice that we're saying things to ourselves that are doing everything but that when we're worried about something. We're speaking to the ill of the problem, and we're attracting more of that problem to us. Because fear has a life force in lots of people, including me. So we sometimes underestimate the power of belief, but it shapes everything. When we believe we can heal, we begin to heal. When we believe we are employable, capable, and worthy, those doors start to open. when we believe that love can find us again or that relationship can be restored, the energy shifts. Who is relating with this talk right now and feels like you could take this and use it at this time in your life? It's a lot of hands. Well, I'm sure it has nothing to do with what's going on in this world right now. Nothing, right? I mean, literally, I don't even know what's going on in this country at this moment. And I can't really speak to it because I'm a minister, but it's discouraging as all get out. And the dishonor and the lying and the disgraceful things that we're seeing, it's just a time we have to heighten our consciousness and just blaze this love and this light into this world. You know, so we can see our sisters and brothers, many colors, many races, ethnicities, sexual orientation, gender identity, as all of our family, and recognize everybody gets to live in their own divine expression. Because I want to be able to live in my own divine expression. So who am I to decide how somebody else aligns in their divine expression, right? So seeing people, asking more questions when we feel at odds with things that bother us, asking more questions, being more wonder about things, so that we can find a current to connect with the heart of everybody. It's a beautiful work when we can actually do that. So I will be referring to the Bible in this talk, and I shared a few weeks ago that I'm going to try to not say God as much or Lord, because the younger people of those generations are not really attracted to those words. They have a feeling around those words that they've been used to weaponize people. And there's shame. And when you go to that traditional Christian level, these kids don't want to be a part of traditional Christianity. But I will be using the word God today. And so I ask you, when you hear that word, if it bothers you, to replace it with the word source or spirit, limitlessness, Mother Earth, a word that makes you feel held and loved, okay? And look at this graphic. Is that not the most beautiful graphic that our social media guy made for me? He created all that. We have such talent in our world right now. I'm not getting any PowerPoints. I have a Bible quote here. It's Mark 9:23. Do you see it? The more we add technology, there's so much more room for this. Mark 9:23, it says, all things are possible to the one who believes. All things are possible to the one who believes. So let's take that inventory of what our beliefs are right now. Have you been speaking to powerful things within your mindset? Or have you been speaking to the loss, the fear, the illness, the broken relationships, you name it? Because the benefits on scientific levels of having a warm and healthy belief in oneself is this. Healthier habits. Individuals with a positive outlook are more likely to engage in self-care activities, which is what our daily word was about today, like eating well, exercising, and following medical advice. Motivation, a belief in your own ability to succeed, fosters self-efficacy and encourages you to pursue goals and new experiences. Growth mindset. Positive self-belief can lead to a growth mindset where challenges are seen as opportunities for learning and development rather than insurmountable obstacles. Seeing the challenges as a teacher. Because we know that Myrtle Fillmore, our co-founder, said, the universe will give you just the right amount of obstacles for your soul to grow this lifetime. And so if you've stagnated and avoided the difficult stuff, you're kind of living in a groundhog state because they're going to keep getting different opportunities that look similar, have similar outcomes, because you're still looking at it from a perspective that you haven't grown that mindset to see it from a different angle and walk through it, have those hard conversations, do the things, ask for the help you need to assert oneself because you are worth it or worthy, right? So belief is not wishful thinking. It's a spiritual alignment. It's the act of saying yes to the divine intelligence flowing through us. And that brings us to one of the most powerful moments in Jesus' ministry. And I'm going to read this to you from Luke 8:43 through 48. And this is really for somebody that's facing health issues right now. And there was a woman who had been hemorrhaging for 12 years. And though she had spent all her living on physicians, she could not be healed by anyone. She came up behind Jesus and touched the fringe of his garment, and immediately her hemorrhaging ceased. And Jesus said, "Who was it that touched me?" When all denied it, Peter said, "Master, the crowds surround you and are pressing in on you." But Jesus said, "Someone touched me, for I perceive that power has gone out from me." And when the woman saw that she was not hidden, she came trembling and falling down before him, declared in the presence of all the people why she had touched him and how she had been immediately healed. And he said to her, "Daughter, your faith has made you whole. Go in peace." Daughter, your faith has made you whole. Go in peace. Let's sit with that. Because he didn't say that he healed her. He didn't say that he had the powers. He didn't even know she was there. Her faith made her whole. So the woman who had been hemorrhaging for 12 years, who pushed through the crowd just to touch the hem of his garment, she said to herself, "If I can just touch his clothes, I will be healed." And Jesus didn't say it was my power that healed you. He said, "Daughter, your faith has made you whole." Her healing began long before she reached out for that hem. It began in the moment she believed she could be healed. That belief drew the divine power through her, just as surely as a child's belief draws light through her words. This is the eternal truth that Jesus came to teach, that faith, not fear, is the creative force of the universe. Belief opens the channel for spirit to move through us. Belief becomes the channel for spirit to move through us. So let's take hold of some of our beliefs right now. I'll share something I've been dealing with the last few months. I've had an autoimmune thing with something since I was a teenager, and it comes and it goes, and I'm in it right now, and it can last a month, and it can last 6 months, and I've been in it now 2 months, and I've done every natural thing I can do, and I cannot get out of the stress that I'm in, which I know is causing it, right? Who relates with that? Like, you know you need to chill out, but your life will not let you, right? Every time I think I've made some spaciousness, something, emergency phone call comes in. And I'm just sitting with Spirit going, I need the spaciousness to get in this deep breath, to get into my breath, to get into a place. I've been hiding from this place because it causes a rash all over my face. Of all things, when you're a public speaker, is a nightmare. And I would receive your prayers at this point, because it is at that point for me. And if I can pray for you guys for anything, I'm here for it. That's what we're here for, right? And that's why I developed these groups that are based on a woman that had been at Gaia, these prayer intention groups where 8 people sit in a circle and we pray and we hold a space. And you can be touched and get Reiki from the people in the circle and you sit in the middle, or you can say you're not comfortable with it. But we've been doing this twice a month, and it's really growing and it's really taking off. So it will be next week. This week is the discussion group after. But I want to bring more prayer into this work, because I need to sit in that circle today, to be quite honest. And I want us to know we can come into this place and have healing happen, because people have had direct healing from those circles. that are taking place. So what is the power that we're giving to the thoughts? We're like, what are we believing? Because I know I can heal myself. I've done it before. But maybe it's about boundaries for me. Maybe it's about putting that line in the sand saying, I simply have to heal right now. Even though this current has got me catapulting in a very successful, in a great way. It's what I've always dreamed of. But my body isn't keeping up. You know what I mean? Have you ever felt like you just want to be able to have the energy you had at 20, and you just don't? And I don't want to drink 10 cups of coffee a day because I know that's not good for, you know what I mean? So you're like, something's got to give, right? So if I can just touch his clothes, I'll be healed. And Jesus said, daughter, your faith has made you whole. So what can we lean on to bring this divine spark of understanding within ourselves to overcome our difficulties, to overcome our belief that maybe we just got a bad deck of cards this lifetime, right? I'll tend to lean towards, I got a karmic contract this lifetime that was just not sustainable. And that next time I will have a spiritual attorney present, because I'm not doing it like this again, right? So this is the eternal truth that Jesus came to teach, that faith, not fear, is the creative force of the universe. Belief opens the channel for spirit to move through us. In the traditional Christian story, Jesus is the source of healing. This is where we step out of Christianity. Jesus is the source of healing. In unity, that is just simply not the case. The divine power flowing from him to her. Because he does say he felt the power leave him, right? But he's got endless amounts of power. It's just that he felt a connection with her. But he didn't say that was him. He said, daughter, you healed yourself through your faith. Unity, we see it as the divine power flowing through her belief, through her willingness to touch the truth of her being. She stopped identifying with her suffering and aligned with the wholeness already within her. That was the touch, that was the faith, and that was the healing. So belief. Can we have belief in financial wellness if we're facing a financial challenge in this life? You saw Wynn, who came up here 2 weeks ago to take the offering, and she shared about how when she started, she wasn't making enough money, but she consistently tied 10% of what she was making. And the second she got right with that 10%, some major windfall came into her life. And it was from a very random person. I've heard the story. It is a miraculous story. But it changed the whole financial level that she was at. And she immediately went to 10% from what that monies that came in was. She had faith that even though she was barely able to pay all of her bills because she just moved to this area and we know how expensive it is to be here, she still did that 10%. See, that's faith. That we look at our income and we give to the source of the universe. Because these nonprofit places, we don't have a mother church that oversees this. There's no financial income besides the gifts from you for the whatever you've received here. You know, why you come and you enjoy the beautiful music and the services and all that good stuff, right? Or belief in being healed, or belief in having a healed relationship or healing. You know, we all have, many families right now are feeling a lot of divide when it comes to the political situation, and we have family members that are going one direction and we're going another, and we're all trying to find, how do we find Christmas morning together? Can we see that in our mind's eye, in a belief that we can channel love in those relationships instead of fear, right? So the voice is the fearful mind, the part that doubts, criticizes, and warns. It says, who are you to think you can be healed? You've tried before. You're not special. Don't get your hopes up. Who has that kind of a voice in your head with something you're feeling challenged with? Yeah. This is the whole thing. That's why it's harder to be on a new thought, unity spiritual path, because we have to hold ourselves accountable. There is no Jesus. There is no God that we're getting favor outside of us. We are aligning as an expression of that love. And so we have to take to task our limited behaviors that keeps us from this expansive, radiant experience where we can transform, like I said, and transmute anything that's in our way. But then there's the other voice, the voice of spirit within the mind. It's quieter, more patient, but infinitely stronger. And it says this: here. The voice of spirit. You were made for this. You are whole. You are capable. You are guided. And if you can take your phone out, you can always take pictures of PowerPoints, because this is a really, really powerful one right here. The voice of spirit, you were made for this. This is why we have come, is for this time. Right? This turbulence, there's not a person that is escaping the turbulence of this world right now. I am counseling like you cannot imagine people. And it's the same exact theme. Different circumstances, but the sense that they are so overwhelmed and there's 50 plates turning and they can't figure out how to get to one to even complete it with 7 more appearing. Who relates with that? Right? So we're all going through this. And so is it the universe challenging us to take to task how important is our mental health right now, our mental wellness right now, and say no? I have a teacher in ministerial school that said no is a complete sentence. And I always think of that. You don't have to say anything after, and you can let them sit there and act like you're going to say something else where you used to give up, and you're like, oh, I guess I could. Nope. I have somebody that gave me a pen. Was it you? It was a no pen. It had all these different voices that said no. I still have it, and it's kind of a fun little thing to have around. So we all know the story of the 2 wolves. It's a Native American parable about a grandfather telling his grandson that everyone has 2 wolves fighting inside them. One is evil, anger, envy, greed, and the other is good, love, kindness, and hope. When the grandson asks which wolf wins, the grandfather famously replies, the one that you feed. The one that you feed. And when I was pulling up pictures to kind of give the vibe of what I wanted him to draft up for this picture, there was one that somebody has done on the internet where the black wolf, she's holding the arms of the black wolf, calming it, while this was overarching, and it made me want to cry, like us holding that fear, holding that limitation, having the compassion for ourselves that we're facing so much right now. It is a scary time, and it's to recognize that we're feeling a lot of fear and disorientation, and to be able to hold that and have compassion for ourselves. There's never been a time like this. And to remember that we have each other, and that we have our prayer, and we have this community, and we want to go out and find the people that need a hold, get a hug, and be held, and be connected, and be seen. Because it's when we avoid recognizing that fear is in us, that's when things really get off the rails. It's okay to feel that fear, but be with it and discover what's within it that is for expansion right now, that's expanding you, that's growing you to be the divine light, to be the light that Jesus said we are. These works I do, you will do, and more, he said to us. But yet, Christianity always gets it wrong, that we have to accept Jesus as our Savior, to have divine favor with God. What does that do? When he was saying, you are this is within you. I just go to the Father, he said, because I go to the Father. He's saying, you go to this direct source, this energy, this beauty, this love that moves in and through you. And when you can see yourself as this love, as that child that was told by your mother, I saw that you were going to be something amazing this lifetime. And I know it, and I affirm it for you. Now go out there and blow your own mind. So I'm going to take us into a short meditation so we can get back to Sing, Stride, or Dance, because, I could have watched that for an hour. Well, you have a concert, don't you? Do you want me to announce it? When is it?
November 30th, Trident Booksellers and Cafe.
He's going to be at the Trident Booksellers and Cafe on Pearl Street on November 30th. November 30th at what time? 6 p.m.
My performance is at 7.
His particular performance is at 7, but somebody will also be going ahead of him at 6. Let's support these young people that are sharing music that's transformative, right? All right. I had a lot more sermon. I got off track. It's always good to get off track, let the universe take over. It's just a bunch of words anyways. All right, let's close our eyes and just breathe. Let's release some of this tension from our beings and know that there is a divine presence in this room. There's been 30 years in this particular sanctuary where so much prayer and healing. People that have been with us, that have passed on, that are still with us in spirit, and call on them as angels right now to hold you, to support you, to bring you into a state of homeostasis in mind, body, and spirit, and know today you can transform. Not putting it off to tomorrow, but let's do it today, right? So let's feel yourself arriving right here, right now, in this sacred moment. Let's breathe in peace and breathe out release. Again, breathe in peace and breathe out release. Now bring your awareness to the stillness at the center of your being, that sacred place within you where the two voices of mind become one, where the fearful voice quiets and the voice of spirit begins to speak. Listen gently for that voice. It doesn't demand or push. It whispers in love. Let it remind you now, you are whole. You are guided. You are loved. You are enough. Spirit is saying to you, before you were even born, when I looked into your soul, I knew you were going to do something amazing in this lifetime. I could see something supernatural and otherworldly about you. And look at you now. What a beauty. Feel that truth as living energy, the word of Source, moving through your thoughts, your heart, your very breath. Just as God said, let there be light, you now speak your own word of light into your being, in your mind, in your health, in your relationships, in your state of mental health. Silently in your heart, affirm your word of truth. Maybe it's peace. Maybe it's healing. Maybe it's love. Whatever your soul is calling forth today, let it rise from within you. Whisper it inwardly. Feel it vibrate in your body. See it expanding in your life. The creative power of God is expressing as you. Rest for a moment in that awareness. You and the divine are one mind, one heart, and one creative power. And when you are ready, take a deep, grounding breath. Bring your awareness back to this sacred space and gently open your eyes. carrying with you the living presence of the Christ light through you, as you, in expression. And so it is. Amen. We will take an offering for unity now.
Beautiful illustrations of true living, true life. And we are all on that journey toward true life. Not the limited lives that we have allowed ourselves to fall into, but the true lives that she's speaking about right here, and affirming that in ourselves and for others. So we have been really blessed this morning to be part of this talk. And we have the opportunity to give back now. So, and I'm speaking to you also watching on screen. You know, you tune into Unity of Boulder because you want to pick up those insights that will help you live more effectively, beautifully, harmoniously. And you couldn't do yourself more of a favor than to decide to support Unity of Boulder. And you can do that any day you decide that. Just call the office and you can set up what we refer to as a recurring tithe, so that you don't have to give a lot of money, just give what you feel comfortable in giving. But it helps us decide how much we have to work with each week to do the things we have to do to keep this operation going, so that you might decide to do that, and today might be the best day to do it. And everybody here, we want to thank all of our recurring tithers and those that tithe so well, that help us keep going. We thank you from our deepest appreciation. And everyone here can bring into their hands that gift they'd like to make to Unity of Boulder, and we can bless it with this offering prayer. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, because I give. And so it is. Amen. And we have the opportunity to listen to Strider to share his music with us once again. Come on up, and we are thrilled to have you.
You wanna have it all to stop the ticking bomb. Your reflection is something that you hate, but nothing you can change. All this stress is changing my face, but I will love you anyway. Hang in there, but you'll be fine. You will feel some things today. Hang in there, but you'll be fine. You will blossom, give it time. I'll watch your colors form and shine, and I will pick you when you find love, true love. Ooh, yes, love yourself. Mind expansion. You've got to be careful. You may weaken your soul. Heart inflation. You've yet to get the girl distracted by her world. Pure elation. It's fleeting, but it's worth the work that you have worked. Why be patient? Well, it is for the good, and you will someday learn. Love, true love. Ooh, yes, love, love yourself.
Well, that was... Go and talk to Heather and get on our schedule quickly. Wow, that was fun. What do you think, Jack? Are you like, oh, I don't know?
What?
I think it's a hell yeah.
I do that every morning.
I love that look of you just like letting, like that's what we need to be doing to release ourselves from all this, you know? Oh my goodness. So we have prayer partners available to you if you're facing a challenge. If you just stay seated in the pews as everybody leaves, they'll come and find you and take you to our beautiful meditation room, and you can pray with one of them. And then I have a discussion group directly after the service that meets in a circle back here, and we just talk about the sermon, we talk about what's on your heart. It's just a way for you to meet other community members and build the community and make friends, because when we have friends, we come back, and it's a good thing. So we always have a lot of fun. We're there for about 45 minutes. And then today we have a choir rehearsal at 1 for all the Thanksgiving music that we're performing next Sunday. So you don't have to be committed to the Christmas show, but you could just come, learn all the Thanksgiving music, and they'll be performing it next week, because next week's the Thanksgiving Joy Sing at the 11 o'clock service next Sunday. So if you come back at 1, we're going to all practice here for about an hour. It's all easy music, and then we'll see you next week, and you'd show up at 10 to practice with us then. And
That's
then
right.
we'll perform.
Everybody that shows up at 1 o'clock will sing
Next Sunday at 11.
Yeah,
All right, let's
it's gonna
all
be fun.
rise, and let's circle the pews and hold hands and sing Let There Be Peace on Earth. That means, so we're going all around these center pews, so you go to the edges.
Hello, lady.
Oh, thank you. All right, look at all these faces of God. Let's take them in. This is a beautiful crowd. There's a powerful energy in here today, is there not? Oh my goodness. All right, here we go.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with thee. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, and we all agree. Let me walk with my family
Now we release and we let go. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Now, church, I want to hear you. In the Spirit. Woo! And my heart. Yes, God. Only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes. Beautiful singing. And there's fellowship in the fellowship hall with food and coffee, and you can grab some of that and bring it back to the discussion group if you want to join us back there.